Yo, what's good, everybody? How we doing? How's your evening going so far? What a gap up we had on the Nas to open. 200 points up. This market is relentless. How was everybody's weekend? Good evening, Khaled, George, Piter, Eric, Doug, Rich Gomel, Anthony, Miss Rain, Moxie. How we doing, guys? Beauty short, Eric. You think it's heading down? Or are we talking about gold? Or is everybody trading gold? I haven't even looked at gold yet. What's up, Nep? How are you? What's up, Tim? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome. I hope you guys had a good weekend. What's up, Kevin? Weekend was good for me. It was relaxing. We are getting settled in. I haven't even been. This is the first time I've been at the desk, really. Mason, my editor, and I were talking prior to going live. We're trying to get a new intro. All squared away. The intros had to be muted because of copyright infringement, apparently, on the musical track on that intro, so that's why it was quiet. So we're working on some back-end stuff right now. Hopefully we have a new intro for you tomorrow. But how's everybody doing? What's up, Antoine? How are you? Both my NFL team and college team both were on buys this week, so I didn't really even tune into a whole lot of football today. It's been kind of a relaxing weekend. Been kind of nice. It's getting chilly here in Kentucky finally. Today was a little bit warmer on the milder side of things, but it's starting to get a little bit colder. Winter is upon us. A little quiet tonight, actually. What do we got? We got almost 50 people in here tonight. I got a lot of missed DMs on Discord, guys. Sorry, apologies if I don't get back to you if you're in here and I haven't responded to a DM, but I'm trying to get caught up here. The Nasdaq. Okay, so levels wise, we are above any level that I have denoted of significance at this point. The 200 point gap up. We do have some pivots to work with in the meantime. I'm not going to draw new levels until the overnight trades tonight. So tomorrow morning, I will update my charts, get levels above and below current price squared away, and then we'll work from there. Tonight's going to be a little bit slow. I did catch a trade prior to going live, so I'm up 795 on the session already. Not looking to give all that back, obviously, on a live stream. Hopefully we end up making some money tonight, but we'll see what happens. What's up, Red? How are you? How was your weekend, brother? What's up, Opalee? 26K, let's go. You want another? I want everything to pull back. If you're asking me, trading is a lot easier for me when I have something to look at to the left. The all-time high grind is getting a little old at this point. Yeah, Red, my weekend was good. My weekend was good. This is the first time I've opened up the charts. It's the first time I've been at the desk at the PC. So I don't know about you guys, but I take my weekends away from the desk and kind of go do other things, kind of mentally reset, emotionally reset. I did take a payout from iPhone to futures on Friday from a 50K core. I requested the max 1,000, paid myself $800 out of that. You guys know me, I don't post all my payouts or everything, so but that did happen. This week, I'm finally getting to the point on all these accounts, though. They finally have balances on them that I can probably pay myself almost every day at this point, but I like to build up those balances on my accounts. How do you guys treat them? Do you guys like to have a buffer, or do you automatically take a payout once you get to an area that you feel is safe enough? You know? Like, do you, right when you hit the trailing drawdown, do you automatically take a payout to pay yourself back? Or do you wait until you have like a $3,000 or $4,000 buffer? Scott, I was long from 700 down here, and then I caught the ride back down on the short. What's up, Dave? How are you? Thanks for tuning in, brother. I know it's a rarity when you get to catch these streams. The old man can't stay up late for the streams. Red, if you get a... Yeah, Red, you're still new, though. Like, so I understand, right? I'm of the firm belief that you should always pay yourself back when you can to pay yourself back for the cost of the evaluation, you know, at least. So if you can pay yourself back, pay yourself back. You know, even if you aren't to pass the trailing, if you can pay yourself back for the cost plus a little bit, that's what makes you profitable. So, yeah, pay yourself back, Red, for sure. Like when you're first starting out, especially too, just trying to be break even is key, you know? Well, Piter, wait, what? A guy spent $98,000 in 4 years on evals and never got a payout? The haul, yeah. The rejection off the FTP here, the floor trader pivot. That's why I took the short there. Plus, if we were going to go for a gap fill tonight, if it was going to get really aggressive to the downside, that would have been a great entry for the short. This is R2 pivot that we're sitting on. Central pivot's all the way down here at 450. So you got R3 pivot all the way up at, wow, 25,922. That just seems ridiculous to even say. Yeah, design, that is shameless. 100%. Those of you that are in the vertical stream, the shorts feed, if you want a little bit better viewing experience, pop on over to the other live stream that's on my channel. There's a lot more people hanging out there, a lot more people chatting. It's a little bit better viewing experience. So if you're in the shorts feed, click on the other live stream on my channel, the one that does not have the word mobile in the title, and you will get a little bit better viewing experience, a better stream, I think. I mean, Red, you would think, right? But it's the Nasdaq. We have left some gaps behind. I mean, the daily, let me look at the daily here quick. You got the daily 20 SMA sitting at 25,091. I mean, this is absurd. I mean, guys, think about this, right? At the end of COVID, we were trading below 7,000 on the Nas. We were trading below 7,000 4 years ago. In March of this year, we were trading below 17K. We are now approaching 26,000. You got Nvidia at a 28x PE ratio. Like, I mean, what are we talking about here? Let's see. All right, so it looks like we're just kind of consolidating around VWAP a little bit. The age of fraud, Keeson says. I mean, it's just greed. That's the only explanation for it, right? Like just big boys with big money pushing the market where they want it to go. It's the only thing I can think of. You know, like who's willing to buy up here? I mean, I'm not willing to invest in my long term up here. I can tell you that. I'm gonna need a big pullback. Yeah, Keeson, that's exactly right. News driven. So really, I mean, there's not much that has changed economically other than that over the weekend. This week, pretty big earnings week. We will need to be on alert this entire week. So just definitely check out the earnings calendars and know when those big earnings are coming up. The market could get volatile around those times and on those days. Did Trump even meet with Xi yet? I'm not sure. I haven't checked. I know it was supposed to happen. I'm not sure if he has yet or not. 3 hours ago, he hasn't. Yeah, Dave, I agree with you there. They probably won't meet face to face unless a deal has been agreed upon. For sure. What's up, Seth? How are you? I see you guys over there on the shorts feed. What is gold doing? Okay. Gold is sitting just below 4,100. Wow, gold really hasn't done... I mean, it's moved. But it's we were trading here when I was in that trade last week on Thursday. So yeah, I don't mind a gold long from here. Back up into 4108. I'm not going to take it, but you guys are more than welcome to take it. It does look like it's got a little more room to the top side here. Maybe retrace back into 4112. Red, are you streaming tonight, by the way? Caleb, you added 1,200 on gold trade on the funded. Saw NQ was choppy. Yeah, the NQ is just, I don't know. We're kind of just right at VWAP. I guess you have the range to play here. I want to say NQ tries to fill the gap, but I'm so scared of the gap and go on the NAS. So scared of it. You've got interest up here about around 750. I'm not sure what the size is sitting up there. Let's see. So you've got 200, 289, and 70, 75 orders sitting in here. So you've got what? 500. So you've got close to 600 orders sitting in this area from 48 to 50. Mason. Yuck, NQ go down. All right, we got about 83 people in here right now. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I hope your guys' weekend was good. I hope you feel refreshed, ready for the reset. Hopefully not on your accounts, but just mentally reset, emotionally reset for a new week of trading. It should be a fairly active week this week. Design, fill the gap below. I know. Corey, what is Earn to Trade? Earn to Trade is a prop firm focused on futures. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know of anybody that uses them, to tell you the truth. If you've used Earn to Trade prop firm before, let me know. Let me know in the chat. What's up, Grumpy? How are you? Upcon, you use Top Step? Yeah, a lot of people use Top. I mean, Top Step's been around a long time. They're reliable. Like, they're just, you're paying a premium at this point if you're trading on Top Step or if you're purchasing accounts with Top Step. But you know what you're getting with them. There's no gray area with Top Step. So I'll still recommend them. But there's better options, I think. There's cheaper options, let's put it that way, that are just as trustworthy. What's up, Nate Trades? How are you? Everything's good. I hope you guys had a great weekend. You won't touch Baby X? Yeah, I haven't. So Top Step X is, the whole entire Project X platform is still They're still working out some kinks, obviously. Scratch off millionaires. You haven't had success with other firms? I would say, like right now, the closest one to Top Step is probably Lucid. It's probably Lucid. The only problem is you have consistency and funded, right? Like that's the big difference. But it's set up similar to Top Step. My Funded Futures is pretty close, but they cap your payouts on most of the accounts. So you just got to you just got to look around a little bit. I mean, Take Profit Traders got the lure of the daily payouts as well as Trade Day. I haven't tried out Trade Day yet. A lot of people are now because they're pretty cheap as far as the cost of the evaluations is concerned. I do think that Top Step, if they want to remain in the prop space and remain relevant over time, they're always going to be there, right? And they're always going to be reliable. I think they're going to have to bring down the cost of their activation fee at least, right? They're going to have to find that balance. Because $200 all in for a 50K, if you get to funded, is nearly double, sometimes almost triple what some of these other props are offering. What's up, Jeff? How are you? Grumpy, I traded in Q. I caught the long from 700 here on this pullback and the turnaround, and then I faded the pivot up here. What's up, Disharon? How are you? Smoke Dean TV, gap fill? I mean, I hope so. I hope so. It's just lately the NQ has not been filling the gaps, at least not initially. And gaps of that size, it's just been gap and go on NQ every time we've gapped up recently. So I'm a little hesitant to play the gap fill. I'm more interested in letting the gap fill play out over the next day or so, and then trying to catch the long from below. Right? That's more what I'm interested in. Honestly, I'd like a pullback to that daily 20 once again at 25,091, but I don't know that we're going to get that. It'll all be dependent on earnings this week, in my opinion. Like right now, what I'm going to be watching, guys, you know, you got the 30-minute opening range high sitting right here at 743.75. You got R2 pivot sitting at 746. So you've got two things to give confirmation up here if we do pop to the top side on a break and retest and a hold for more upside. Or you've got the break below the 30-minute opening range of Asia session down here at 706. I think if we get this, we're probably coming back to this pivot at least at 628. So that's going to be my read. I'm not going to get involved anywhere here in the middle anymore. I'm going to wait. You know, and if we just continue to go sideways and chop VWAP all night long, then I might not catch another trade. VWAP is completely flatlined right now. So, you know, there's not a lot going on the NAS, unfortunately. Gold is kind of just chilling right now, too. I guess you could watch this wick here to see if it rolls over off of it or not. If it does, that would indicate some selling pressure on gold still, to me. Otherwise, you're looking at price to come back up into here. So what's your guys' thoughts? How are we trading tonight? I know Caleb's got 1,200 on gold. You pay like $279 for 150K end of day all in. Yeah, 279's that's not a bad price for the, all in on 150K. That's not a bad price. Yeah, Caleb, I don't see. I've never gone through the process with trade day, so I'm not sure. I just don't know what we're looking at as far as payouts are concerned or how everything goes with them. I just haven't. I've never traded with them. I haven't even done an evaluation with them. I do know I haven't heard of anybody getting, slapped with a payout from the people that I know that smoke that have traded with them for a period of time longer than a week. They've been around a long time. Like they've definitely been around a long time. So, Faraz, views on DCAing. I think that's more like an advanced. Like I think you should know what you're doing if you are DCAing, right? And your account balance should be able to support that kind of risk. I think if you're starting out, try to refrain from DCAing as much as possible. Micros is one thing, but definitely don't be DCAing with mini contracts on. What's up, Charles? How are you? What's up, Kelly? Yeah, Kelly, the 200-point gap is not ideal. Pascal, trade day pay same day above buffer. So, okay. So they're technically day one payouts as well if you get there. What's up, Francois? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. My payout with my funded futures on Friday was in my bank account within 1 second. From time of request to time the funds hit my bank account was within 1 second. So, and it's been that way the last few payouts I've taken with my funded futures. So, I can say my funded futures is legit with their payouts. I've had friends that have taken payouts with Lucid where it's a similar situation too. Yeah, Caleb, I'm with you. I just don't think DCAing is a slippery slope, right? Like you should definitely not be a beginner trader if you're going to be DCAing. What's up, George? Yeah, Julio, I'm up. What am I up? 795? Yeah, 795 to start the night. I've taken 2 trades. Smoke, you're going for the gap fill? I mean, I would prefer it. I'm not going to lie. I would prefer the gap fill. The only thing that's keeping me out of the short position, like I said, I'll wait for the breakdown below that Asia session. This 705 area is probably where I would start to look for the short. But I'm going to need to get that first. I'm going to need to get that confirmation of downside first, especially with these orders sitting up here at 750. I'm just scared that you're going to get the rip back up before we see any downside. Wow, Pascal, you're up 68K in 3 weekly payouts? That's amazing. GG's, brother. That's way better than me. That's way better than me. Oh, Beaks, nice. Nice, you're doing deliveries out? Yeah, definitely concentrate on the roads, brother. I'll be live for a few hours. Yeah, Pascal, that's amazing. 68K in 3 weeks is amazing. I mean, that's an annual salary. That's more than an annual salary for some. Yeah, Beaks, take it easy. Leafs in 6, you're here to learn? Those of you that are in the shorts feed, by the way, if you click on the other live stream on my channel, it's a lot better viewing experience. You'll get to see my full screen. I could only fit so much in that shorts feed as far as screen real estate is concerned. So feel free to pop on over. That's where most people are hanging out at. Any questions that you have, if I know the answer to, I will answer. But there's somebody in the community that probably knows the answers to any questions that you'd have. So feel free to click on to that other live stream that's on my channel right now, and we'll see you over in the horizontal stream. Caleb, the day job pays like $24K a year. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most cases for sure. But no, that's amazing, Pascal. GG's. GG's for Pascal in the chat. That's a huge 3 weeks right there. Massive. Congratulations. You got to be through the moon. Oh, that's amazing. Another 22K coming this week. All you need is $900. Yeah, that's amazing. You must be trading some size. VIX Gold is jumping around. Gary Too Tall. I mainly trade NQ. So Nasdaq futures is what I trade. The majority of my executions are on the Nas. I will take a gold trade from time to time, but micros. So ticker symbol MGC. I'm trying to get better at trading gold. I'm new to it. I'm not very good. Let's put it that way. Not very good. Much more comfortable on the Nas. Market is kind of blonde. West gets $700 profit. Nice job, West. Gary Too Tall, you made 200K trading gold the last 2 months. Jeez, man, we got some talented traders in this community. Gary Too Tall, if you're interested, and all of you guys in the shorts feed, the vertical stream, click on the other live stream on my channel. It's a lot better viewing experience if you're on the horizontal, the 1920 by 1080. You see a lot more, and definitely more people are hanging out over there. We got 140 plus people in the stream right now on the horizontal, and that's where most people are talking and chatting it up. It's a better viewing experience for sure. Eric, I made $4 trading gold. 200K in gold the last 2 months. That's crazy, Gary. Congratulations. That's amazing. I'm not even anywhere remotely close to that. I think my last 2 months total, I'm probably around like 24K maybe, if I'm lucky. Somewhere around there. I'm over 20K, but like somewhere between 20 and 24. I'd have to add it all up. I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks, Vixera. Gary, combined with silver and platinum too. Yeah, I mean, if you've been trading the metals and making that's great. That's great. You must have a good strategy to trade those metals. More swing positions than anything, Gary? Or have you been just scalping? Yeah, thanks, Victor. Guys, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. It really does help the channel out. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully we can catch another trade here. We're up 795 on the session. Oh, yeah. I mean, true, Gary, right? Like, I want to say Goldman Sachs targets and the big banks target is 5K on gold. So, yeah, I guess you could have bought. Technically, you could still buy and make a ton of money on futures if you're trading that, for sure. Still got another 900 points to 5K up there. Ethereum. What is my trading strategy? So I'm a support and resistance trader. I don't have a video out on it yet, but I'm going to produce one soon. I promise. What's up, Rice? I'm a support and resistance trader. I have not updated my levels just yet. What I'm looking for is these gray boxes. I draw these rectangles on each and every morning and move them around. I'm looking for basically bear flag, bull flag setups, you know, above. Price breaks above the level and holds above on the retest. I'm looking for long up into the next level of support from the top side of these boxes. Shorts on failures below on retest rejections, targeting the next level below. So that's my basic strategy. There's more involved, obviously, for Confluence, which I'll go into more detail, you know, in that strategy video. But for live stream purposes, that's basically it. My trading's really boring, really simple. I try not to overcomplicate it. My brain just does not click on the level that some of your guys does. I don't process information really quick. So if I was ever going to be a successful, profitable trader, I had to simplify everything. You know, get rid of all the crazy indicators all over the place and moving average crossovers and all that, or ICT stuff where there's a fair value gap, depending upon what time frame you're looking at everywhere on the charts. So I just went to simple support and resistance, supply demand. But I'm not one of these multi-millionaire traders either. For those of you that are new here, I'm not super rich. I'm very, very average. Very average. I'm profitable, and this is how I make my living, but I'm not the world's greatest trader. Caleb, Lucid having a big sale this week? Lucid's running sale. What do they got? I think their current promotion is 45% off. 45% off, I think it is, with code WES. I'm pretty sure. The two blue lines, the chef, that's the Asia session 30-minute opening range is what that is for me. So 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard till 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm just kind of playing around with those. I haven't... Everybody always has an opening range strategy, so that's why I kind of threw them on there. I'm trying out the 30-minute. I haven't had really any success with it. And I haven't really taken a whole lot of trades based on it yet. I've just kind of been watching, eyeballing it. Funding Next is running a big promotion. Yeah, Telegram. I mean, I'm low six figures annually. Nothing crazy. You know, I live comfortably. I don't worry about money, but like I'm not super rich. Right? I live very modest. The chef, actually, yeah. So I do mark that as well. The 15-minute opening range on for the New York Open. Well, it's not going to be here right now, obviously. But that is marked on my charts when we do open up. Yeah, Caleb, I haven't checked out Funded Next. They reached out to me for a partnership a couple months ago, and I didn't know enough about them to get involved. So I just kind of put it on the back burner for the meantime. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. I'm not going to have any affiliates that I don't trust and that I don't know, and that I can't honestly say, hey, yeah, this is a good prop, go ahead. I wanted to be very selective about the ones that I do promote or that I recommend to you guys. Kaka, you like the Patagonia hat? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, Caleb, you know, like I have a lot of beginning traders that follow my channel, and I don't want to lead them down any wrong paths. You know, there's a lot of garbage out there on the internet, and so I want to be different. I don't want to be the person that's an affiliate pusher, you know, with the codes all over the stream. And I do have codes if you guys are ready to purchase some evaluations with some of the props. I do have a code out there to get you guys a discount, but I'm not going to shove them down your throats. You know, if you want to support the channel, I will earn a little commission off those sales, but that's not what it's about for me. Bronson, you've been using Funded Next with 9 accounts and they've paid out 21K so far? Oh, nice. Well, that's good to hear. Platinum doubled the last few months, Gary? Yeah, Bronson, I hope they do. Let me, Bronson, keep me updated as far as that's concerned, because I always want, like, the transparent truth from people. Like, if you guys trade with some of the props that I don't know about, definitely let me know. Let me know what your experience is. Let me know how it's going. Let me know if you've been denied payouts. I mean, I've said it before. My biggest earner probably from affiliate commissions would be a prop firm that I'm never going to partner with, just because there's no, I just don't trust, you know? Yeah, Hero Trader. Someone mentioned that earlier too. Caleb actually mentioned that a few minutes ago. Yeah, Bronson, it's called Level Up. There's a link in the description down below the video, or you can type !Discord in the chat and it will generate a link that you can click on. But yeah, feel free to join. All of you, feel free to join. Anybody that's new here, we do have a free trading community. We want good traders in there that can recommend things and teach, and everything's entirely free. There's no courses or mentorships or signal services. We aren't asking for money or anything. It's just a free trading community. Oh, KDP. Matt has big accounts with them. Yeah, Matt's a real good trader. Real good trader. What are we doing here? 25,740. I guess I should be on the actual price here. All right, let's see what happens if we get down here. I'll be looking for kind of like what I was talking about with the support and resistance. Kind of like Indian Burn. Indian Burn's a good dude. Yeah, Caleb, the ones you like are Tradeify, Trade Day, Alpha Futures, MFF. Haven't tested Funded. Yeah, I haven't traded with Funded Next. The four that I currently trade with are Top Step, My Funded Futures, Lucid, and Take Profit Trader. Those are the four that I currently have. The next one that I'll probably try will probably be Trade Day, just to give them a shot. See how it goes. Tyler Street. I'll be honest with you. I hope it does close the gap. I hope it does close the gap. The only thing that scares me about NQ is we have not been closing gaps. We've been leaving gaps behind lately, especially on the daily. I mean, we've got a huge gap down here at 18,003. What is this? 385 to 18,660 roughly. There's a gap that hasn't been filled on the daily. There's a gap from 20,200 up to 20,385 roughly that has not been filled yet. So we've kind of been leaving those gaps behind lately. Yeah, KDP, I'm kind of watching this 705 area is where I'm looking. Elijah, you think at least 30% of the gap? I mean, I hope so. I really do. We've got somebody trying to spoof the market up right now, throwing in some size up here at 724. Let's see if those orders are still sitting up here at 750. Yep, so we still got some size up here around 750 as well. Oh, nice, Bronson. Yeah, definitely keep me updated. For sure. We want the transparency. Like, I'm all about, you know, trying out the new props, but I've got to know that it's reliable. before I can say anything about them on a live stream, you know? Those gaps will get ran all at once, Tommy says. Oh, you think it's going to be just one of those breaker days where all those gaps? Yeah, Caleb, someone in our Discord got denied a payout as well recently, too. Something about, I don't even know. Something about some intraday hitting some certain percentage of what you're allowed in an intraday. And, I don't know. It was strange. It sounded like something they just made up on the fly. So I can't even keep up with the rules over there anymore. There's so many of them. But with all that being said, I mean, trade with the props that you want to trade with. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, don't do this, don't do that. You know, you do you. All I can say is the ones that I know you will get paid out as long as you hit profit targets and trade within the small rules that they have. Hey, Dish Rwanda, enjoy your evening. Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you? Man, are we literally just going to trade the VWAP channel back and forth here for a while? Like, is that what's happening here? It's going to trickle down to 18K. You think so, Tommy? You think we're going back below 20K on the NAS? That would be amazing. He placed an order didn't go through, just instant closed. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we got almost 170 people in here currently. Good views for the evening. It'd be nice if the Nasdaq would break away from this little range. All right, so gold finally came up into that area that we were talking about. Let's see what happens here on gold. See if it wants to roll over from here, which would indicate some more downside is in store to me. Or if it gets above here, we could have a pretty good size move to the top side. Yeah, Grumpy. The levels marked out in red. Wesley. So, are you talking about these? These are pivots. They're the daily pivots. So, you've got R1 pivot, R2 pivot, R3 pivot. And then the blue lines are S1, S2, S3 pivots. But no, they're not fibs. I mean, if you were fibbing out the gap, right? I'll put a retracement and then I'll put an extension on. So if you were fibbing out the gap, here's your retracement fibs. And there's your extension fibs. I guess all this seems reasonable. before a drop at this point. You got 38.2 up there around 800. You got the 50% at 830-ish. And then you got the 61.8 up at 850 just above. Still got those orders sitting there, trying to pull the market up into 750. I'm guessing that this probably gets traded before we get a sizable drop down. That's a lot of volume to be sitting up there. Corey, garbage price action, so much market maker manipulation, can't even make $100 with 20 minis. Yeah, I've been there. Hugo, I execute on the 5-minute normally. Sometimes during these overnight sessions, I'll trade the 1 minute just because it's a little bit quicker. What's up, Puneet? How are you? Man, we are just ranging. So I guess we short 750 and we long 710. That looks like the play right now. Unless you're just looking for 5-point scalps. DoorDash trading in X Hamster. Ooh, 3 spot. Let me know about the futures desk. My friend Albu has definitely recommended them because they do kind of force you to take things a little bit slower. Let me know how you get on with them. That is the one thing I like about Lucid, is the ability to hold swing positions in the live, providing your account balance can hold the margin requirements. That is the one nice thing about Lucid. I mean, there's other nice things about Lucid, but that is one perk for sure. They definitely have the best transition to live. Jeff, you think gold is the better play tonight? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If we can get back above, what is this? 112, 113, somewhere in there, and hold above here, I'm not opposed to trying a long on gold up to like 170-ish. It will be micros, though, for sure. You guys are just much better scalpers than I am. Hugo, do I use Bookmap? I don't use Bookmap. So my trading platform is Quantower. They have what's called the DOM Surface, which is similar to Bookmap. So I use that, but it's not Bookmap specifically. But yes, I do use it. I do use it for confirmation. I'm not the best order flow trader. I'm basically looking for absorption and exhaustion in the aggressive buying and selling. But I needed to line up with, you know, a level of interest, right? Like this is gold, but this is the Nasdaq on the DOM. Yeah, Nahal, I mean, some of the best traders that I know strictly use the DOM. They don't even trade charts. What's up, BG Design? How are you? 5127. So you're thinking around here somewhere? Yeah, gold's getting aggressive to the top side, for sure. 51.27. Yikes. Oh, you're looking for way up there. Looking for 1,000 more points. I mean, go get it, brother. Go get it. Yeah, Nahal. I mean, one of the best ES traders I know is in my Discord. His name's Chris. He's a Dom trader. He does. I don't even know that he looks at charts anymore. And the guy, I swear, he picks every swing high, every swing low on the ES. It's kind of crazy. I haven't figured it out yet. Blair, you haven't figured out Bookmap. You emailed them to get help. You bought the biggest package and you don't know how to get it to show live. It's 15 minutes delayed. Your Bookmap's 15 minutes delayed. You don't have live data? You can definitely purchase live data. You don't even necessarily have to purchase it from Bookmap themselves. You can purchase it from, I mean, you can purchase it directly from, well, it depends on what you're trading, but you can purchase it directly from the CME. If you're trading like the US indexes, like NAS or ES, it all depends on what you want it on. Yeah, you definitely have to have live data. You want it on the NAS? Yeah, you can purchase directly from CME live data. It's really cheap too. It's not much. But you will need live data in order to get up to the minute price quotes and stuff like that. Rice, don't you mean Betty White? Yeah. Yeah, Betty White's a great trader, Rice. Oh, Blair. CME. So it's the exchange that runs the futures market. It's short for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. But yes, you can also purchase it. Sometimes you can purchase it, like if you're trading with props, you can purchase it from the props. It's a little more expensive. I know TradingView, I think you can purchase live data from as well if you use TradingView. Most of your platforms will have the ability to purchase the live data from. You're on Top Step? Oh no, so you're trading on... Actually, yes, TradingView would work for you. I think TradingView would work. What's the new Top Step drama? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. Demonte? You're up 1,000 on your TPT Pro? Oh, nice, Queen. Nice, Queen. Congrats. Blair, in that instance, what I would do, I don't think you do. I know they use TradingView charts for Top Step now at this point. What's up, Faye? How are you? I think what I would do in that instance, if you could not execute, I would use TradingView for my charting. You know, in other words, like go ahead and purchase the live data through TradingView because it's a lot cheaper than it would be purchasing it through, say, even Top Step, really. And then just do your executions on Top Step X or whatever you're trading on. Hugo, absorption. So absorption to me is you're seeing a lot of aggressive buying. So in other words, a lot of big green bubbles without a lot of big red bubbles, but price not to be able to push new highs with all that aggressive buying, right? In other words, there's a passive seller sitting there absorbing all the aggressive buying, vice versa to the downside. So you have a lot of aggressive buyers stacking in, stacking in, stacking in, but price is unable to break through a certain level, and then price reverses. So that would indicate there's a passive seller sitting there, meaning that when price came back up through that area, you would look for these big red bubbles to pop up for a short position. Vice versa to the downside. John Henry, looks like a buy to you. Yeah, cheers, Hugo. I don't know everything there is to know about that kind of stuff, but what I've learned, that's the most basic way to explain it, that I can explain it. Martin, I haven't taken a trade on gold. We're just watching gold right now. The Nas is kind of just doing this right now. It's just kind of going back and forth. We're kind of in a tight range a little bit, you know, like a 30-point range on the Nas. Oh, nice, Avi. Yeah, we're kind of just trading the VWAP channel, to tell you the truth. And we're almost right at VWAP. Gold is a little more interesting right now, to me, at least. Oh, nice, Avi. Hey, what's up, Sly Lou? How are you? Welcome back. Wow, we got about 220 people in here tonight. Wow. Lots of people at the desk this evening. Everybody sees that 200-point gap on the Nas and is like, yo, I need to get to the charts. Let's try to short this thing. Let's try to get the gap fill. The Nasdaq just has not been quickly closing gaps, guys. It's just the way it's been for a while now. If it ever fills it, you know. Yeah, Sly Lou, happy to have you back, brother. Shameless new gap higher, Indian burn. I know. Where's the Zainab when you need him? He'll bring the shameless for you. What's up, Slim? Yeah, gold's just in this bear flag looking range. So I'm not sure. I mean, if you're scalping gold, there's, you know, what? I mean, 70 points of upside from here, 60 points of upside before you really run into anything. But this whole area in here is pretty choppy. I would almost rather have gold create a new low before we'd get a move back up. Well, that 113 entry was pretty good, huh? What is that, 112? No, Slim. Don't you do that. I see you. I see you. I'm not gonna fall for that. Tell me this, guys, because you know on the Nas, right? Like when you're looking at the 5-minute chart, this is a 30-minute chart on gold that we're looking at currently, but like, do the higher time frames play wick tests as well as on a symbol like the gold as they do on, say, the Nas on like a 5-minute chart? For like a little bounce like that? Like what you just saw there? I guess so. I guess so. I guess it still plays. Gold does it more, Michael? I mean, it seems like the wick tests are always good for like a little bounce at least. Like it'll give you a chance to get out with profits. Not that it's going to turn around and completely reverse from them, but man, gold's starting to look a little heavy. Yeah, gold and Naz are similar. Both are wild. All right, did this guy move those orders down? Is that what's going on here? All right, so we now have close to 500 orders sitting here at 32 to 36. So it looks like somebody's trying to exit, because those were those orders that were sitting up there at 50. I'll have to flip over to a footprint if we trade up there to see if it's buys or sells, but yeah, Martin, I kind of have the same feeling. It should start to pick up Tuesday evening is what I'm thinking. Tuesday at the close. Last week of trading in October as well. We got Halloween on Friday. Anybody doing anything cool for Halloween? Got any good plans? Mikey, the majority of the time, so I really just stream at night. I've never really traded the globex session other than the live streams that we've been doing for the last few months. I used to take the nights off, but I make the majority of my money during New York session. Obviously, the market's moving around a little bit more. I still haven't figured out globex trading yet. You guys are much better at this than I am, without a doubt. Steel Kids Candies, Ozzy. Mason, what costume am I wearing for Halloween? I'm pretty scary enough, right? I mean, I look scary enough, Mason. Just the way I am. Yeah, Michael, I haven't got a good feel or read on it. Right? The spikes just come out of nowhere during globex because there's such lower volume. So I have a hard time getting a good read on it. Yeah, Trader Joe. This is the 200 point gap is wild. I would love to see by morning, like hopefully during London, this does attempt a close and we at least see, 620 get traded down in here. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're targeting 26K, I don't know. Yeah, Michael, that's almost why I'm wondering, like, should we go to more trend line trading during globex? Because it seems to work a little bit better on those flags. Obviously, we don't have a flag in here anywhere. We're just range trading. But when it does set up, like it does seem like if we're heading up, it does seem to stair step quite a bit. So you put in a lot of flags on the way up. So I'm almost wondering if we just anticipate the breakout, draw that top flag line and play the breakout. Or if we're heading down, do it that opposite way. I almost think I might need to simplify it even more than what I'm doing currently. I think I'm over analyzing. Because I also noticed that it does like to trend for a few hours as well, generally. Oh, nice, Trader Joe. You're up 300? Nice. And Q broke the flags 3 times though tonight. Yeah, Michael. I mean, it's straight sideways. Like I said, I'm not interested in the NAS until we get either a break back below 705 or we get a break above, we'll say 750. I'll take the pivot. I'll take the break above the pivot. Design, you're saying 41.16 on gold needs to be taken? And from there, we'll probably see more upside. Michael, you're just looking for the 50% retrace on the NAS? Yeah, I kind of want to see that volume get traded. You can kind of see what happened up here. You had aggressive buying. There was that passive, well, that large passive seller sitting there at 32. What happened at 32? So how much got filled here? So it was actually a buy order sitting there. You got positive delta. And only 56 of it got filled. How much was sitting there? Over 200? That's interesting. Okay, so we still got 200 sitting there too. 36 and 42. So they pulled that order. Is what happened. Sitting right on point of control too. Oh man, guys, this is not great. This is not looking good for a trade. At least not for me. Grumpy, you've been trying for a long time to check the history of the Asia session for something consistent. It seems like a lot of people trade metals. They like a lot of gold traders on the overnight. Because it tends to move a little bit more than the NAS does. I feel like we almost need news headlines to come out during the overnight to get a good move. How many people we got in here? We still got 250 people in here. Is anybody in a position right now? Yeah, hidden classical gems. I'm gonna sit on my hands until we get a move. If we get a move. I'm in no hurry. I already made I'm up $795 on the session, so I'm okay with sitting on my hands for a little bit. JNor TradeX cuts. I'm trading NQ. For those of you guys that are in the vertical stream, the shorts feed, click on the other live stream on my YouTube channel. The one that does not have the word mobile in the title. It's a lot better viewing experience. You'll be able to see a lot more. You'll see what I'm trading. Yeah, it's a better viewing experience. That's where most people are hanging out at. What's up, Flame? Avi, I was long on NQ from just above 700. And I targeted the pivot up here at 740. And then I faded the pivot as well once we rolled over off of it. So 2 trades. Both were scalps. You know, 15 to 20 points each. It wasn't anything crazy. Same idea. No, I don't stream in the Discord. The Discord's more for you guys, to be 100% honest with you. Like, the Discord, like, if you guys want to stream in the voice chat and hang out and talk trading, feel free, you know. The voice chat used to be really active when we first started. It's kind of been a little bit quieter recently, but it's for you guys. Trader Joe, the market is tripping with that gap. I know, it's such a big gap. I mean, 200 points up. What are we talking about? No, Flame, I'm not in a trade currently. Not in a trade currently. I'm waiting on the NAS. I'm waiting for the break below 705 or the break above 750. Hey, thanks for the subs, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We got about 260 people in here right now. That's amazing. Amazing. Let's see if we can get this volume filled up here so we can actually see if we want to go higher. They're kind of just moving these orders around, though. They're bouncing them around. So I don't know if somebody's trying to get out of their position that they were holding over the weekend. Slim, that gap can take the 257 of us in a fight. I know there's... yeah. I mean, we got 254 people in here right now. Guys, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for all the love and support. Thanks for hanging out with me. You make my nights more entertaining than they would normally be. Yeah, Mark, 91 likes, 91 thumbs up's all we got. Let me see. How many thumbs up do we got? Yeah, we got over 100. Got to squeeze out the shorts first, Eric. I mean, that's all we've been doing. This has been one giant short squeeze for like weeks. There were a couple days that were aggressive to the downside, but we got 110 likes now, Powell. Nice. Yeah, it really does help out the channel. I still haven't figured out the YouTube algorithm and how it all works. Clearly they're recommending my live streams to people, right? We get lots of new people in the streams every night, so I must be popping up on the top of the recommended. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, Tommy, 100%. Yeah, if you were holding options calls, for sure. Trader Joe, yeah. Yeah, I'm a profitable trader. I'm just not I'm not one of the multi-millionaire super rich best traders on earth kind of guys. You know, I'm a low six figures trader annually. I've been trading for 4.5 years. I was the third result for live futures trading for you, Bronson. Oh, nice. That means I'm popping up because I think what Top Step and My Funded Futures, do they stream on Sunday nights? No, Tommy, I don't have any Lambos in the... I've got no Lambos. You guys know what I drive. I've told you before. I drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm no guru. I'm not selling any courses or mentorships or signal services or anything like that, right? I'm just here to provide a nice chill community where traders can talk and hang out together. That's it. Trading's lonely. That's really the reason why we stream. You know, I'm very average. There's much better traders in my community than me, right? They know more. My trading's really boring and really simple. Purnell, this is actually, I use Quantower. Quantower, this is called the DOM surface. But yes, it's similar to Bookmap, but no, it's not actually Bookmap. This is a part of my trading platform. It's a feature. Hey, Pieter. We'll see you soon, brother. Bronson. No, don't get me wrong, Bronson. Like, I love my Jeep, right? Like, it's a nice ride. It's not anything, but it's not, I'm not driving a Lambo or a Ferrari or a souped up classic car or anything like that, you know? I'm just... Yeah, Hugo, like I said, the one thing that I do really well is I manage my risk really well. And honestly, I think this is key, right? I think you can be a highly successful trader without, you know, like a seriously proven strategy or being the best trader on earth. Trading really boils down to good risk management and patience. The ability to wait for price to come to an area of interest for you and execute with the proper risk on. You know, you can be 25% win rate and be highly profitable. You know, limit your downside and let your winners run. It's just, it's as simple as that. I would drive a donk. Pearl orange donk. No, I drive a white Jeep Grand Cherokee. Very basic. Because I didn't trade gold. No Ferraris. I don't even know, even if I had a lot of money, guys, I don't even know that I would purchase a Ferrari. I would rather buy land or real estate. Thanks, Faye. I appreciate you. I'm not the world's greatest trader. I'll never claim to be that. I'm very, very average. You know, there's better traders in my community than me. I don't execute a lot, and I limit my downside really well. Jack, it's all based on your account size, really, as far as risk is concerned. A lot of people use the 1% or 2% rule. Never risk more than that on a trade. You know, futures is a little bit different because it's leveraged. A lot of us are trading on props, and you have a $2,000, technically $2,000 drawdown on a 50K account. So, you know, when I started out with my first prop, which was Top Step, it was entirely different at the time. Top Step was a 3-week process. So, and it was 2 steps, and if you failed, you had to go all the way back to the beginning and start over. So that it encouraged you to take things extremely slow. You know, there wasn't none of this 2-day to pass, multiple accounts thing. You had one account, and that was all you were allowed at the time. And it really incentivized not blowing up, right? There was none of this like gambling. It was, hey, I'm going to hang on to this account for as long as possible, take it as slow as I possibly can, because I don't want to start all over again, right? So you were able to hold on to your account longer. So I really benefited from when I started. It was right after COVID, right after the COVID drop. So yeah, it's just, it was a different time. Nowadays, everybody's, what's up, Joel? How are you, brother? How was your weekend, Joel? So Jack, 2%. See, that's where we, you can't look at the 50K account as like 50K, right? Your account size is technically your drawdown, right? I would say I started out with saying I'm not going to lose more than $300 on any given day. So if I lost $300 on the day, I would shut it down. But you have to have the self-discipline to shut it down. That's the problem, is because they have a daily loss limit set there. Most people trade right up to the daily loss limit and hit that daily loss limit, right? I say set it something smaller than that so that you're not hitting that daily loss limit. Give yourself a little bit more time. You know, there's no rush. You don't rebill until 30 days. So, like, there's no rush to pass the evaluations. Take them slower than what you think. You'll save yourself a lot of money. Thanks for the subs, guys. I appreciate you. Joel, how was my weekend? Yeah, it was nice. Joel, this is, like I said, I stay away from the PC. Wow, thanks for the subs, guys. That alert box is lighting up tonight. Holy cow, how many people we got in here? 260 people? Man. You guys are, thanks for the love and support. It's crazy. I don't even know how many subs we had tonight. Like 50 subs so far? That's crazy. Thank you. Yeah, Faye, it's all smoke and mirrors, right? Like the 50K, the size of the accounts, when they say 50K account, 100K account, 150K account, you need to look at it as how much drawdown are they giving me, right? So the 50K accounts, you're looking at $2,000 in most cases. Some of them give you $2,500. That's really the size of the account that you're trading. So when you're working out those percentages on what you're willing to risk per day, do it based off that total drawdown number, than the actual like account size that they're saying. Hot Tub Mike. So on the 50Ks, I would say if you're newer to trading, and you're not just trading minis trying to pass it as quickly as possible, I would say start out with something like 2 to 3 micros. That's where I would start. And then every $1,000 in profit that you get, you could double that. So if you hit, you know, $1,000 in profit, and you don't need to double that, but I would say that would be the max. Go from maybe 2 micros to 4 micros. And that's how I would build an account. Oh, thanks guys. Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate you. I have no idea what I'm doing as a streamer. I'm just happen to be the face in front of the camera. What makes this channel really good is you guys. The people that are a part of the community. We got really good traders in here, much better traders than me. But thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you. Yeah, Bradley. So on Edge Clear, like on my personal account, my daily loss limit is $3,000, but that's just because my account can afford that without it being without it being too much of a detriment to it. I would say on as far as controlling tilt, I've gotten fairly good at walking away when I'm angry or not trading. Right? I've gotten really, really good at shutting it down for at least 30 minutes and then not even worried about trading until I'm out of the tilt mode. But that's a lesson that's learned over time. Guys, I'm still guilty of it, right? Last February, I had a day where I lost over $12,000 in a single session. And that's just way too much for me. I was tilted. I was over trading. And it still happens to me even from time to time. But the key is to not have it happen frequently, right? Usually when I'm tilted, I'll either go for a run, go for a 15-20 minute run, burn it off, and not attempt another trade until I'm recentered. What makes this channel good is me being real, and I'm one of you guys, right? Like I'm nothing special. I'm one of you guys. There is nothing special about Wes, right? I am one of you guys. I don't even know how my channel's getting to where it is. I got no clue. I have no clue how I have 4,566 subscribers currently. Never thought my channel would ever get that big. And it's still really small in the grand scheme of things, right? But I have no idea what's going on here. No idea. I can't thank you all enough. It's you guys who deserve all the credit. I've said it a million times. You guys deserve all the credit and all the recognition. Yeah, cheers, Race to Wins. Thanks, Steven. No, thank you guys. Thank you for all the kind words. Like I said, I don't know what the ceiling is for my channel. I have no idea what the interest is here. I'm just being me. You know? I'm one of you guys. I'm one of the little guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and open up my full financial situation to anybody, right? Like, especially to people on the internet. But I'm definitely not one of these multi-millionaire traders. Because, you know, the thing that you see on the internet is a lot of these like broker statements and stuff like that, that can all be photoshopped. So like, what's the point? What's the point? You know, even if you put it out there and it is real, you're still going to have people going, no, it's not real. It's not real. Can we play West Bingo Mo? I know I say the same things over and over and over. I do feel like I'm on repeat a lot on the live streams for sure. But there's a lot of new people joining the community. Mo, you've been around a little while now, actually. So you've heard all this before. I get it. Can you buy my course? I have no course. Indian Burn, you know. Yeah, MP guys, those of you that are new here, feel free to join our free trading Discord. We're not selling any courses or mentorships. You know, there's no sales push. There's lots of good traders in there, really good traders. Ask questions, learn as much as you can, and but there's a link in the description down below the video, or you can type !Discord in the chat, and it'll generate a link for you there in the chat that you can join. But welcome to the community. I'm happy you guys are all here. I'm happy you're enjoying the content. It's unreal ride, unreal what's happening. A little overwhelming at times, to be perfectly honest. A little overwhelming. Uncool ride. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, this is the uncool crowd for sure. The uncool stream. All right, Naz, can we get some movement? Is gold doing anything? No, not really. Kind of just range trading on gold too, a little bit. What's going on here? Can we get a little bit of action? Oh, Mo, 100%. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to end the stream, right? I'm going to end this stream, and then the market's going to move. But we all know, those of you that have been around a while, know that whenever I go live, the market just dies for whatever reason. And then as soon as I get done, we'll have the end of stream dump or pump, and it'll move. You guys will make all kinds of money. I'll get, you know, 20 DMs saying, yo, you ended the stream too early. Yo. Maybe that is it. Maybe I need to not stream so that the market moves. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's me. Did gold have the AWS problem at 6 p.m.? Did gold have a huge gap too? I mean, gold didn't have a gap. The Nas has a 200-point gap. I know, Captain. I will sit here for hours. The market won't move. I will go away for 10 minutes to go get something to drink. I will come back, and it will be the biggest move of the day. Inevitably, it'll be the biggest move of the day. For sure. Happens every time. Here, let's see what happens if I step away for a second. Let's see what happens. I'll step away for a minute and we'll see what happens. I thought it would work. I thought it would work. Didn't work. I know, Race. I thought for sure I would come back and we would have like jolted down or something. It didn't work. I thought it would. I know. We just need to accept that nothing's going to happen here. I mean, I guess if you like a quick gold scalp short, you could probably get a quick gold short here, but there's some wicks that it's going to battle at 88. Flames like, yo. Yeah, Martin, I mean, that might be the case. You might be right. It might be not until London session that we get a good move. It feels like everything's in a range. Let me take a look at ES here quick. ES is kind of in a range too. Yeah, Martin. The problem was you had the 200 point, you had the 200 point gap on the Nas right off the rip. So it was kind of like, yeah, we had some volatility on the open, but it wasn't like you had a peak, the peak above, you had the peak below, and then it just kind of ranged out. We're kind of just consolidating. So probably at this point, what I would do is I would go ahead and draw the trend lines, because this is going to be the best trade that you're probably going to get on the night. You know, something like that. And wait for the break. What's up, Mystic? How are you? Those of you guys that are in the shorts feed, feel free to click on the other live stream on my channel, the horizontal stream. It's the better viewing experience for sure. The sell's coming into gold. Yeah, the sell's coming into Nas now too, it looks like. John, you just scalped gold? Nice. Hey, it made a quick move down to 84, it looks like. 84.5. It should trade down into this level down here, down into 80 at least. So, I mean, there's 10 points there. But if it's going to be range bound, this is probably where it's going to turn around. So just be careful if you're in the short. There's just nothing interesting to me. How are you guys trading this? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know how to trade this. I want to know. I can't find a trade. I mean, I'm up 795 on the session, so I'm not like overly concerned about it, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of action, right? 3 minis, 5 ticks. Sell tops, buy bottoms. Just gamble, JC says. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much. That's what I feel like. Try tick charts. 3 spot. Have you found success with the tick charts for scalping purposes? I mean, not Poco. I'm on. So I have one live. Well, I've got my personal account. I've got one live account, and then the rest are fundeds. So I'm trading fundeds tonight. In fact, I traded the Lucid funded tonight. Is what I was trading. Short scalping VWAP. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of trading off of VWAP. It gets so choppy. Oh, Sedge, 100%. 100%. The live streams are a little bit different. I don't trade like I normally would, right? Because you're in front of the camera. You know, a lot of people are watching. They want to see action. So I try to turn into somewhat of a scalper when I'm on the live streams, just to try it out. It's not my normal strategy. You know, normally I'm waiting for price to come into said boxes and see what happens with the order flow around the said boxes. But oh yeah, Victor, that's actually a good saying. That's a real good saying, actually. I'd rather be out wishing I was in than in wishing I was out. Well, that for sure. That's really good. I've never heard that before. That's really good. Yeah, Faye, they're kind of things. Same thing with like the pivots too. I'd rather be trading into them, like be into a trade, monitoring whether I should exit, than executing off of them. Right? I prefer to be executing from my support and resistance areas. And then using pivots, VWAP, you know, other indicators as possible exits. Sorry, guys. I got the football game on the TV over here. I'm trying to see if Aaron Rodgers is going to beat his old team, the Green Bay Packers, right now. So I keep looking. If you see me looking over, that's what I'm looking at. 270 people watching right now. Wow. Guys, smash that thumbs up button for me. If you could. I'm not sure how or why it helps the channel, but it does help the channel. What's up, Armando? How are you? Long just buying the Wix Alpha Prime. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're obviously playing longs from down here. Trying to scalp out something. You're not looking for a big trade. Yeah, Faye. We'll see what happens. Looks like Green Bay's driving right now, too. What's up, Tabiba? How are you? I wish the market would move a little bit. It's looking like it wants downside, but my biggest fear, right, is we get the sweep of these lows and the instant bid. No, Faye, I don't do any sports betting. I'm not a real big gambler, despite being a trader, right? I'm not a real big gambler. I feel like if you do enough studying in the markets, your odds are way better at making money in the markets than they are sports betting. Don't ask me why. I just feel like anymore you watch these games and you see these ref calls sometimes and you're like, okay, what's going on here? And it completely changes the game too, right? Yeah, that was crazy. What the NBA last week? The FBI is, yeah, all those NBA players. And one of my favorite players growing up was Chauncey Billups. And he's going to go to prison. You know, he's going to go to prison. Yeah, it just seems like everything's rigged. Everything is rigged. I think one of the funniest things on SportsCenter is watching that Bad Beats segment that Scott Van Pelt does. Because some of the things that happen for these bets to lose are just crazy. Just crazy. I know, and the mafia ties too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think that's why, like, if you're going to play poker, definitely play at the casino, but even then sometimes it feels like, okay, this could be rigged, right? Like the online casinos are definitely rigged. Definitely rigged. Yeah, you might hit one. They have to pay out some people, right? Like they have to pay out sometimes, but overall, the vast majority of people are going to lose tons of money. Casinos kick you out if you actually make money. Yeah, Brian. I mean, there was one time where I was sitting at the blackjack table at the casino, and what happened was I sat down with like $1,000, and in the first 20 minutes, I had made like 3,000 on top of that. And at that time, the management came out and was trying to like get me to sign up to a gold rewards thing, you know, like some VIP treatment. And all of a sudden, I started losing, and I was like, I am out of this table. I'm gone. Corey, you feel like most nights the stock market is also rigged, to be honest? It feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? .30 jumps opposite directions when there is no volume is crazy. Yeah, that's why there's 30-point jumps, right? If there's no volume, the market's a giant auction. That's really what it is. It's one big giant auction. You know, it's going to move to where the interest is. And if there's no interest in between certain price points, the market's going to move really fast to those price points. So that's why you see those jumps. Yeah, Brian, it's I think it's like 10% of people who purchase an evaluation will ever pass the evaluation is the number. And then only 5% of that 10% will ever reach a payout. And then only something like 3% that reach the payout are able to hang on to that funded account for like more than 3 months or something like that. So it's a very small percentage of people that are able to do it. But it's because it's the greed factor, right? Like it's human psychology. You feel like when you trade an eval and you get past, you can pass it easy, but in the same market you can't get $200 in your fund. It is sketchy. Yeah, you're your own worst enemy in trading, 100%. I mean, how many of you people are easily able to pass evaluations, but once you get into funded, all of a sudden, you know, your emotions aren't the same, and you have a really hard time getting to payout, right? It's designed that way because market conditions change that frequently. You know, you might be in the evaluation for 2 days when the market's trending heavy towards the top side. And then you hit your funded account and all of a sudden it's one of those 2-day stretches where it's kind of just back and forth and trading within a range. And you're not trading the same, you know? And that's what they're banking on, right? Is the fact that the market's always changing, right? Every day's not the exact same. The conditions are always changing. News headlines drop. Trump tweets something. There's earnings. There's economic data. There's, you know, something's always changing. So the ability to adapt is very key. I think the biggest lesson you're going to learn along the way, guys, is going to be, as far as that's concerned, the psychology, that the big leap that you make from going from eval to funded, right? Is an eval, a lot of you are, I don't want to say gambling, right? You're still trying to do the right thing as far as your strategy is concerned. I think the biggest leap that you're going to make is going to realize that when that market changes is when you need to change as a trader, right? Maybe the setup that you were taking in that evaluation isn't going to work in those market conditions. Knowing when not to trade is the biggest thing once you get to that funded level, right? Yeah, Rich Go Mel, take it slow. Like once you're in funded, hang on to that funded account as long as you possibly can. Actually, bring your risk down even further than what it is. Like even tighter. Execute less. Do more watching. Because let's face it, $200 a day, that's 10 points on the Nas. You realize after 2 weeks that your account's sitting at $2,000 and you could take a payout and pay yourself back? You could take a payout of $500 and you've got $1,500 of wiggle room still. Then you do that again, and after a month, guess what? You just made $2,000 on your first month. You know, too many people are shooting for those $1,000, $2,000 days every day. The market's just not going to provide that every day. It's not going to provide that kind of opportunity. For some, it does. For a very small percentage who have the ability to read the markets that like that, they can do that. On average, you know, I'm probably right around the $1,000 a day mark, $800 to $1,000 a day. Tonight, I'm up $795, right? Haven't taken a trade since. But that's where I'm at. Yeah, John, 100%. You should be not trading 98% of the time in the market, for sure. Yep, Mel. Keep the red days small, and what inevitably is going to happen if you do that is you're going to keep the account alive long enough to have that banger day. Right? Like the banger days come. They just don't come as often as you'd like, right? I would say on average, I maybe have 2 or 3 really big days. What I consider big days. You know, the $4,000, the $5,000 days a month. I have 2 or 3 of those and it makes my entire month. The rest of the time, I'm trying to just kind of little small base hits. Small green days. And if I have a red day, I'm keeping that small too. Armando, I was long from just above 700. This was all before the stream. I was long from just above 700. I took like 15, 20 points. And then I was short from the pivot up here when I saw it reject. Yeah, Hugo, I'm not sure. I mean, here's the reason why I'm not thinking about taking the long right now. Sitting right on VWAP. We are sitting right on VWAP. Aviation. My Top Step account has been alive for a very long time. Time to hedge the funded, Siler says. I don't know. I'm not going to hedge any fundeds. Are you talking about you? You're going to hedge the fundeds? You going to go long at VWAP and short at VWAP? 3 accounts on Take Profit Trader, 3 accounts on My Funded Futures. Copy the copy. Yeah, you just got 2 bots set up. But they reached out to me. It was a while ago, like 2 years ago, long before I was ever streaming. I wasn't interested at that time. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be on YouTube or anything like that when I did that. Or when they reached out. But they haven't reached out anytime recently. No, nobody's really reached out. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, my channel's still really small in the grand scheme of things. I mean, what do we, you know, if you compare it to like the bigger streamers in the trading realm, I mean, we're at what? We're at wow, 4,583 subscribers now. So we've picked up like 60 plus subscribers tonight. But you look at like the Brian Stonks, the Rocket Scooter Mats, Trades by Matt's got like 200K. Daniel Inskeep's got 300K. You know, Vincent Desiano's got over 100K. Carmine's got over 200K. I'm really a nobody in the trading space, to tell you the truth. Nobody really knows who I am. Yeah, Joe, I go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, Sunday through Thursday. So I'm here every night. Come hang out. Yeah, aviation edits. So I use it more for Confluence, right? Like I said, well, you weren't around, I don't think. I use it for like confirmation, so to speak. I'm looking for absorption or exhaustion in aggressive buying and selling. Generally at the levels. So when price is trading back in these areas that you see that I have gray boxes at, that's what I'm looking for. So yes, it is used. It's also used to see where the big orders are resting on the DOM. Like obviously interest is much higher. Someone's trying to bait the market higher. So I'm thinking that this probably does get traded at some point tonight, but these orders have been bouncing around all night too. Like every time we start to head towards the downside, you'll see these come down into the 30s. And as soon as price starts heading back towards the 30s, they pop them back up. But it's been happening all night. Yeah, Hugo, you see why I didn't take the trade there? If it happens away from VWAP, like if that trend line gets here, I'll draw it on this chart too so you can see it a little bit better. Like say we float down here and come back up and retest it when this is around, you know, like between 700 and 710. I would try the long from there or the short on the failure below. The pull-out game, though. Yeah, Faye. I mean, that's the one thing that I'm not going to do, that I will never do on my channel. No matter how many subscribers I have, is I'm never going to, like, it would take a massive payday. A massive payday for me to go against how I feel. You know, there's nothing worse than when you pull into like the car lot, right? To look at cars, than having those salesmen run up to your window before you even get out of the car. And that's kind of what the streamers feel like in the trading world. You know, when you pop onto the stream and you get this one little tiny like third of the screen is the chart, and then everything else is an affiliate promotion. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I respect the hustle in the game out of all the guys that do it, but I just I don't feel comfortable doing that. It feels like it just feels pushy, and I don't want you guys to feel like that here either. You know, like yes, I have affiliate codes. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support me, by all means use them with the ones that I do have. But I'm not gonna sit here and pump them in your faces. Aviation edits 4.5 years. I've been trading 4.5 years. So I'm not the world's greatest trader. I'm still learning. I learn a lot from you guys every night. No, Harrison, it's not directed at anybody individually at all. At all. It's just what you see. It's the trading world. It's the trading space, right? And I respect it. You know, like, there's a lot of money to be made off those affiliates. I mean, look at Patrick Whelan. Patrick Whelan's making millions off of his affiliates. They're hustling, and that's fine. I'm the world's worst salesman. I am the world's worst salesman. Yeah, Michael, that's the other thing, right? You want me to put the symbol description on, John? Is that what you're asking? So on the vertical stream, it's going to be kind of hard because I'm limited on screen real estate, which is where you're watching. If you'd like to see the better viewing experience, click on the other live stream on my channel, and you'll be able to always tell what I'm trading. It's there, you'll see my entire monitor. Screen real estate wise, though, on the vertical streams, it's very hard to get all that on there. I'll work on it tomorrow to see if I can get it a little better set up for the shorts feed, but it's very hard to squeeze all that information in there. But yeah, if you just click on the other live stream, it's a much better viewing experience. That's where everybody's hanging out at. Yours is vertical, you're stuck here. No, you can go click on the just go to my YouTube channel, and the live stream that's running right now that does not have the word mobile in the title, you'll still be able to view it. Aviation, I would say 95% of my trading is on NQ. My day trading, right? Like, I'll hold swing positions on some other symbols, but as far as my day trading is concerned, when I started trading, I was one of those people that was like, okay, I'm gonna find one symbol that I like, and I'm gonna try to master that one symbol before I start looking at a bunch of different stuff, right? Like, I don't process information as quickly as some, and I noticed when I opened up a bunch of different charts at the same time that I was getting easily distracted. So NQ is kind of what I've learned on and what I know and what I'm comfortable with. I will expand at some point to more. I do trade the Dow. I trade YM. Occasionally I'll trade ES. Occasionally I'll trade RTY, the Russell. But really, US index futures is my bread and butter as far as my day trading is concerned. My first trade, my first trade ever, or tonight, Laws. Well, the breakout long was nice there. Oh, tonight? So it was off the open, right? We saw it. We had the huge gap up. We had the attempt at the sell down. We had the liquidity grab below the wick here. And then once it reclaimed, that area is when I got long, kind of targeting VWAP. And then there's a pivot sitting right here, which is this red line on the short side. So I took 2 trades. And then there was a pivot sitting here on the red line. Once we wicked the liquidity above and dropped back below, I kind of knew we were going to retest VWAP at that point. So I got short there. And those were the only 2 trades that I took tonight. I haven't traded anything since then. Greatest AI bubble. Aviation. If you reach out to them, you can definitely trade I'm fairly certain you can. I don't know if I've tried it on my fund of futures, to tell you the truth. I think I have. This is YM. This is the Russell. Let's see. Maybe it's not available on my fund of futures. Maybe they only have the CME. But it'd be the CBOT is what we'd be looking for. I don't see it. There it is. So yeah, you can. You can trade it. John, multiple confluences. I'm more like a supply demand support resistance trader. I wouldn't classify myself as a trend line trader. I will draw trend lines on there just to, because they do work sometimes. But in essence, like I'm looking for, you know, bull flag, bear flag setups off of support and resistance, break and retests of the levels I talked about earlier. You know, these gray boxes that you see. I shall point you to 20,219K, 18K. Hey, Tommy. I mean, I hope so. I hope you're right, Tommy. I do. I would love to be a part. See, guys, I've always been a better... I've been a much better bull in the time that I've been trading than I have been a bear. And I've really made it a point. And I know this seems ridiculous because we've been in the biggest bull market of all time recently. I've really made it a point to try and focus my attention on the short sides to try and be able to spot them a little bit better, because I've been really bad about shorting the market. So I've put a lot of focus on trying to find out what the bears are seeing when they're getting short and trying to be a better short side trader, because I got so tired of watching those huge downside days and being a spectator for the entire day and having to sit on my hands, because you know, a lot of those heavy down days, if you're not short from the very top, it's very hard to get on. Very hard to get on. And I've always just been a spectator. I've been a terrible short side trader. Yeah, John, my trading's really simple, right? I like I said, I do not process information or data very quickly in my own head. So if I was ever going to be successful with this, I had to find a way to simplify everything for me. And that's kind of what I settled on. Major support and resistance, higher time frame support and resistance, looking for break and retests, wick and reclaims, those kinds of things as far as what candle structure is concerned. I wish I was smarter. I wish I was one of these people that was, you know, super high IQ, be able to process information really quick, photographic memory. I'm just not. I've accepted that at this point in my life. I'm just not. I have to work very hard for what the things that I earn in this life. And that's just the way it's going to be for me, and probably for the majority of you out there. You're probably very similar. I've always had to scratch and claw for everything. Nothing's ever come easy. I'm the only thing holding myself back. Yeah, I don't know. I think certain people are gifted with the quick firing brains, and others just aren't. You know, and we accept that. Not that I'm dumb or anything like that, obviously. I just know, I know my limitations. I know some people think there are no limitations, but I think there are. I jinxed Rodgers. What's going on? The Packers just take the lead? Oh, they did. Hey, Hugo. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Robot, that's the problem? Oh, me thinking the way I do is the problem? Maybe. You might be right. You might be right. Yeah, well, I mean, what I do works for me, right? It's not going to work for everybody. Everybody's always going to be looking for something better. I mean, I'm trying to improve. I'm constantly. That's why I trade. I like how challenging it is. I like challenging myself. But I also know my limitations currently as a trader, right? I think that's why I'm profitable. Is because I understand my limitations currently. Aviation. I trade. I don't stream during New York session currently. Yeah, Scalpulator. I mean, some people do have things come to them very easily. That just hasn't been. Those weren't the cards I was dealt, right? Hesitate and lose your edge. Yeah, I'm to the point in my trading now where I do miss trades, right? Because of how patient and how I second guess myself. But a lot of times, like, I think that's also a positive. Right? It definitely, I definitely miss out on things that I'm right on as far as my analysis is concerned. But, and I miss out on big trades sometimes. But I've been willing to accept that that's just part of it, right? And I'm okay with that, right? Like I live comfortably. I'm happy with who I am as a trader. I'm comfortable. I'm financially stable. I have the luxury of being able to do this for a job. You know, I'm very happy. And I think me slowing it down is the reason why it is that way. Like, I've seen plenty of traders. Some of my friends, you know, have been max size, push the limits, fail over and over and over, and have hit the one big trade that, like, goes for millions, right? They go broke time and time and time again. You know, they're trading for 9-10 years, and then all of a sudden, and it's failure, and they're broke, and they stop trading, and then they come back, they do the same thing, and they repeat the process. And then one time it works out, and they're millionaires, right? Because they gambled it all, and it worked. But that's, at the end of the day, that's gambling, right? I actually enjoy trading. I enjoy what I do. I want to be able to do it for a long time, so I take things slow. You know, anybody can get on here and click buy or sell with max leverage with a, you know, with a $50,000 account and get lucky and hit a big trade, right? But I think we're all trying to be good traders. You know, we all, deep down inside, we all want to be the best, right? Like, all of us want to be the world's best trader. That's just not anyone but me. We all want to be the world's best trader, or the best anything, right? It doesn't even necessarily have to be a trader, but the best at something in the world, right? We all want to be the best. Unfortunately, right now, I'm not, and I don't know that I'm ever going to be the best trader, but I'll try to be at a certain point, you know, but I know that I'm not right now. Been trading 4.5 years. There's people, it's people that are way better than me. What is this, Pokemon? I want to be the very best. Yeah, Warriors. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, trading is more about understanding yourself and your own psychology and your own emotions than it necessarily is a skill thing, right? Ahmed, I trade on Quantower trading platform. Quantower. Yeah, it's heading to the north side for sure. Like I said, there were those orders sitting up there around 750. We'll see what happens up in here. Roman, I've been trading for 4.5 years. Welcome, by the way. Those of you that are viewing the shorts feed, the vertical stream, if you'd like the better viewing experience, click on over to the horizontal stream on my channel. That's where most people are hanging out at. We got about, what do we got? 265 people in the horizontal stream. You'll see my full screen over there. You'll get to learn a little bit more. My biggest challenge in trading right now, Roman, I'll be honest with you. My biggest challenge right now in trading is balancing the YouTube and the trading side of things, right? Like, because when you're streaming, it brings in a whole new element to trading. There's a lot more noise. There's a lot going on behind this camera that you guys don't see. And then you have the chat giving signals all the time and trying to see your analysis, but seeing, half the chat saying you're wrong. There's a lot more noise all of a sudden in my trading. So I'm trying to find that balance. Yeah, T. Cooper, most important thing is discipline, 100%. Ahmed, you use Tradeovate and you cannot get the volume profile like mine. Yeah, Quantower's a good trading platform. So Quantower's like that middle, somewhere in the middle between Tradeovate, which is very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly, easy to use, easy to set up, and Sierra charts. Really complex, takes you a long time to set up. Jeff, how do you get the horizontal stream? So the horizontal stream is actually like that's what most of them are in, 1920 by 1080. It's the vertical stream that most people don't have, the 1080 by 1920. How much is the Quantower data package? So you'll have to get your data from a separate provider, whether that be through Rhythmic live data like mine, or CQG. Quantower doesn't sell live data. What they sell is licensing for their added features like the DOM surface or the indicator package or volume analysis. I think on Tradeovate, Ahmed, you can look at see if they offer a license on Tradeovate for volume profile or any kind of volume analysis. The vertical stream, Ahmed. So the vertical stream actually gets 5 times the amount of views that the horizontal stream does, just for reference. So the vertical stream is more to reach a wider audience than it is necessarily for the viewing experience, right? Because when people are flipping through their shorts feed, my live stream will pop up. And if they find it interesting, I can direct them over to the horizontal stream. But the shorts feed actually has been getting more subscribers and views than the horizontal does. And then maybe they'll come back the next day. So it's for channel growth more than anything else. Oh, you use TradingView, not Tradeovate. TradingView should have a volume profile. Hey, thanks for the subs, guys. I appreciate you. I hear that alert box just going off repeatedly. Can't think. I mean, what have we picked up tonight? Holy cow. I mean, we're about to go over 4.6K. Didn't we just celebrate 4.5 in the last stream? So we're about to have 100 subs tonight? My goodness. Do I see the comment about subs? Oh, no, I didn't, Sean. I've been away from the desk all weekend. I haven't seen anything. TradingView has volume profile, but it's not as... Ahmed, it's all about the settings when you're setting up these volume profiles. So if you want to know my settings for what it is today, I have it set to today, current session. And then it's 70% value area. And you should be all set and have your POC showing, and you should be all set. So you have value area high, value area low, and then your point of control. And then it should be printing for the current session. So if you have it set for today, it should look as clean as this. So just play around with the settings and you should be able to get this. Well, the trend line trade worked, huh? Apparently. I should have taken it. I should have taken it. That VWAP was scaring me. JH, I haven't figured out a way. Now that you asked that, I'm fairly certain that they don't have sessions volume profile. That is the one thing that I do not like. That is a limitation. I will be honest with you. So, like, if you wanted to select a specific time frame, like what you said there, 6 p.m. to 9:30 a.m., right? I don't know that they have that. Like, I don't think I could select just, like, the globex session. Globex in London. So I don't think they have any way to... And if they do, I don't know about it. Or I don't know how to do it. That's a good question. I'm going to have to do some research, JH. Futures Traders 420. Quantower does. I'm not sure, Jeff. I'll have to reach out. Is Goose on tonight? Yeah, it looks like Goose is on. It looks like he's playing Battlefield. I'll have to ask my friend Goose. Banana Bread Trades. What's up, Johan? How are you? He'll be able to tell me if they do or don't. And if I can figure it out, I'll let you know. A lot of people are saying that they do have it. That Quantower does have it, but I'm not sure. So I'll have to do a little research. You can use volume profile fixed range if you want for each session volume profile. Gold was money for you tonight? Yeah, a lot of people that were trading gold tonight made some money. It's kind of just still just in this little spot here that I don't like, though. Nas has really had really one trade since I've been on the live stream. It was the long breakout of the flag. Yeah, Tommy, honestly, what I would like to see, if it's going to be range, is a sweep above this high and then the fall back down. We're kind of trading at the pivot right now. Here at 746. It's almost 11 o'clock my time now. Oh, geez. Yeah, guys, we're really close to 4.6K. We're at 4,597 subscribers. Unbelievable. Channel is taking off like a rocket ship. Oh, nice, Queen. Uber Eats on bike is rough. I can imagine that being rough. Do you live in the city? It's because I'm good? No, Ahmed, it's because of you guys. You guys are the reason why the channel takes off, man. Like, I'm telling you. It's 100% you guys smashing that thumbs up button. It's 100% you guys showing up every night. Like, you guys are what make this community amazing. You don't get the streamer yelling at and screaming things into the microphone. You don't get hostile environment of any kind. I think people enjoy that. You know, it's a nice chill place to hang out every night. Like I said, you guys make this amazing. Tommy, I'm smoking. Oh yeah, remember when we were? You guys remember like last week? Was it last week or was it the week prior? I can't remember. Last week I had just passed gold when it was at 4K. Yeah, I'm outpacing gold now. Yeah, Napoco, it's nice. You guys create that environment. I just happen to be a face in front of the camera. That's it. Yeah, Napoco, thanks for hanging out, brother. Yeah, go get some rest. You posted it in the Discord, Futures? Oh, wow, the Discord was actually a little active tonight, huh? Okay, I see it now. So, custom profile? Okay. So, you're saying if I click on custom profile... Oh, okay. So you actually have to draw it on there from the time. Okay, from the times that you want. Okay. You will need. Which license is that the profiles are on? So you'll need volume analysis profiles, which you'll need a volume analysis license on Quantower in order to do that. Okay. Hey, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you. Welcome to the community. What's up, G? Market's been good. I'm up 795 tonight. I haven't taken a trade on stream yet. Not sure that I'm going to now, actually. It's 11 o'clock my time. But up $800 on a Sunday night, I'll take it. I'm not going to cry about that at any point. No, JC. So here's the thing. I don't watch any other streamers or traders. Like, I've found that it adds noise and confusion into my trading and my analysis. And I start doubting myself a little bit too much. So I try to just do me and not pay attention to what's going on out there in YouTube land when I'm trading. And I actually mute the Discord for the first like couple hours during the New York session. So I don't really pay attention to what anybody else is doing. I just kind of do my own thing. I don't like all the noise. I prefer it to be chill and quiet. Race to wins. I would be interested. So if we do get the move up, like if we were to sweep the overnight highs up here towards 770, at that point, I would be looking for the pullback for the long up into, I don't even know where. Probably above 800. Oops. What did I do there? Oh, okay, that's the profile. Sorry, I was still clicked on. So right now what I would be looking for is a break and retest of this pivot. But generally I like to see at least 15 to 20 points extension above the level that I'm looking to enter on. Any reason? Brian, because it's pretty much the same thing, and this was my trading platform. Like, why would I pay the extra money? My personal broker is EdgeClear, and I got a full license with my personal account for Quantower for free. I didn't have to pay anything for it. So if I'm going to get almost the same information here that I would on Bookmap, why would I pay for Bookmap? Do you see what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with Bookmap. Bookmaps are great. I would recommend it if you don't have this available on your trading platform. But since Quantower has it included, there's zero reason for me to go and purchase Bookmap. So that's why. Wow, guys, we got almost 200 thumbs up on the live stream, too. Smash that thumbs up button for me, too. Wow. What a stream tonight. Holy cow. We did. We went over 4.6K tonight. Unreal. I mean, guys, at this rate, we're going to be to... at the rate we've been growing recently, we're going to be to... Yeah, I can't wait for earnings, Frank. I'm right there with you. At this rate, we're going to be to like... what, like 7K by the end of the year, the way it's going? My goodness. Yeah, race to wins. I mean, you look at the higher time frames. Like, let's pull up let's pull up a 4-hour chart, right? We'll go back a year. Sure. That sounds good. If you're a bear, you had very limited time to make your money, right? In the last year. This is the last year of trading. Yeah, Brian, TradeStation's good, right? Like, they've been around a long time. I like Quantower. Quantower's cheaper. You are kind of limited as far as what symbols you can trade. It is really designed for futures trading specifically. So if you mainly trade, you know, like U.S. index futures or metals, any kind of futures, Quantower is very good for that. If you like the options side of things, it's not so good. If you like trading individual tickers like, you know, Apple or Nvidia or anything like that, you don't even have that kind of capability. So, I guess it all depends on what you like to trade. Oh, nice, Mel. Congratulations. GG's in the chat from Mel. Just passed an eval. Nice. Take that funded slow, Mel. Build that balance. It'll happen faster than you think, I promise. Yeah, hang on to that funded. Make sure you pay yourself for the cost of admission, for sure. All right, guys, it's a little after 11 p.m. my time. We've been live for a little over 2.5 hours. I'm probably gonna call it for the night. Get some rest tonight. Be in attack mode, you know, tomorrow. Try and make some money. We're wrapping up the evening, up 795. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the community. If you're new here, my name is Wes. I'm a full-time futures trader. I live stream every Sunday through Thursday evening, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I can't thank you all enough for hanging out. Thank you for all the love and support. Hopefully you come back and check out the community. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Trade safe, stay patient, and I will see you all tomorrow evening. Peace.